Behind every great ruler, there are whispers of secrets and scandals. For Wu Zetian, the question is, how much of it is true? And how far would she go to keep her throne? Welcome back to Wisdom Across Time. In part 1, we explored Wu's incredible rise. Today, we'll talk about her fierce path to power, a story about betrayal, a secret unit that killed on command, and more. If you missed part 1 of Wu's story, click the link in the upper right corner to catch up. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our new videos. Now let's get started with part 2, and if you want to see just how far Wu went, make sure to watch until the end. It's truly chilling. How does a co-ruler become the sole voice of power? How does Wu maintain absolute power when enemies hide in plain sight? After becoming empress, Wu Zetian shared power with Emperor Gaozong. But the Emperor Gaozong's health began to decline, and soon Wu became the one making decisions. Some officials resisted. After all, this was unheard of. A woman wielding power, it defied every norm. Wu Zetian responded as she always did, with strategy. She built alliances, rewarded loyalty, and removed anyone who posed a threat. And when I say removed, I mean it. It said that her secret police were everywhere, silencing dissent before it even began. One chilling mystery, the Iron Hands of the Empire, an elite group tasked with carrying out her harshest punishments. Their identities were so secret, even their victims never saw their faces. Legends speak of a hall within the palace where walls would whisper accusations. Was it paranoia, or had Wu perfected the art of fear? No one knows for sure. But what we do know is that Wu's political purges were swift, leaving no room for doubt about who truly held the reins of power. Would you choose family or the empire? Despite Wu's efforts eliminating her opponents, whispers still filled the palace. Wu sensed rebellion brewing, but she never expected the biggest culprits to be, not her alliance, but her very own sons. When she found out they had been plotting to overthrow her together, this news cut her heart deeper than any sharp blade. Those she once trusted the most have turned against her. She could no longer trust anyone, not even her own family. Betrayal doesn't come closer than this. Trust, shattered. Heartache, ignored. Suppressing the heartbreaking feelings, Wu acted swiftly, banishing one son and forcing the other to take his own life. She sent a clear message to all her enemies. Nothing, not even family, would come before the empire. Was Wu Zetian a ruthless tyrant or a visionary leader? Despite her brutal methods, Wu's reign wasn't just about survival, it was about legacy. She implemented exams to select officials based on merit rather than birth, a radical reform that opened doors for talented individuals across China. She also advanced women's rights. For the Tang dynasty, this was a golden age with enormous transformations, but it was built on fear and respect for an empress who refused to back down. But the fear she inspired has sown the seeds of distrust in the court, and they would grow into the forces that would one day topple her reign. Her iron grip on power was unshakable, but for how long? What would it take for a woman to claim the dragon throne itself, and what price would she pay to get there? Stay tuned for part 3, where the extraordinary conclusion unfolds.